Yes, we did it. All right. All cool, ladies and gentlemen. Let us start sharing again and get Tom. All right. Thank you. Sorry about that. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Well, here we are. Happy Wednesday morning. I went to a Cubs game last night. They played Cleveland. They won. That was good. But man, it was $12 for a beer. Amazing. So if anybody wants to go to a baseball game in retirement, I suggest they save their money and they can do that with a PNA annuity. So as that lead in, we're going to talk a little bit about annuity rates and then get into a couple other things. But we have this PNA single premium deferred.
So this is what they're showing, the annuity rates?
Okay, we're getting a lot of feedback back there. Can we?
Yes.
Okay, hold on.
Just a minute. If
It's me. I know it is. Hold on.
Okay. Okay.
What is his name?
We will try to do some muting on our side just a minute. All right, it looks like everybody else is okay. Sorry about that. Ooh, yeah. Okay. All right.
Thank you for bearing with us. Now that we have properly shut you all up, I will continue. PNA single premium deferred annuity. Okay, that's a single premium. And a lot of people, we call this the 5-year annuity, and it's really not 5 years. It's a lifetime annuity, but it has a 5-year surrender period and a minimum deposit of $5,000 and a 5-year rate guarantee. And so there's a lot of fives floating around in there. It's a single premium, so there's one deposit, but the interest rate currently is 2.25% guaranteed on the first year and 2% for the remaining 4 years. And there was a question the other day about that because you don't see the 2.25% on the policy itself because the guarantee is what is contractual. The guarantee is 5 years, and that's 2%. We currently have a 0.25% bonus, and that's not contractual, but we guarantee that for 1 year. So it's not in the contract. It's in the receipt that they get, and it's also when we give them the policy with the receipt, and in the letter, it talks about the 1 year bonus rate. So, okay. Then we have the PNA Flex 8. And again, we call these things by the surrender charge years. We're going to file names for these policies so that we can call the names are like the accumulator. The Flex 8 will be the accumulator because that's where we accumulate money. And we've got a provider, and we've got the custom, which is the 2% 2-year surrender charge annuity. But the Flex 8 lifetime annuity with a 8-year surrender currently has an interest rate of 2% in the first year. After one year, the rate can go up or down, and that's when the executive committee meets. They declare what the interest rate is going to be. And, it changes about quarterly, but it can change more often than that if we needed to, but we try not to change it too often. Minimum to open that policy is $500, and there is a 10% withdrawal on that. So the surrender charge is 876-54321 over a period of 8 years, but each one of those years you can withdraw 10% with no charge. And that's not the case in the 5-year surrender. So just to make sure that you know that the single premium does not have a penalty-free withdrawal. The Flex 8 does have a penalty-free withdrawal. Okay, there is a PNA Flex 2. It's a 2-year annuity. It's not a 2-year annuity contract. It's a lifetime contract with a 2-year surrender charge. It's 1.15 guaranteed for the first year, and with a premium over 50,000 or equal to or over 50,000, the rate is 2% guaranteed for the first year. Unfortunately, with this product, there's no commission, so we don't have too many agents selling it, but some people don't want to tie their money up for any more than 2 years, and every once in a while we'll get someone who decides to do the Flex 2. Okay, just wanted to talk about this a little bit. We are we've got a promotion going on, and what the promotion is tell us your story. And we've had on the radio, and we've done some ads about the gender gap in life insurance, where about 58% of men have life insurance and 37% of women have life insurance. And it's just important for women to have it as for men. And we've coupled this gender gap with a tell us your story theme that talks about, okay, you know you need it, you've expressed a desire, let's talk about it, tell us about you, and then we will come up with a solution. And I think so many times somebody will say, well, I'd like some insurance for my kids. It's, well, we'll get a really nice 20-pay policy. And really, we don't know what they want yet. And we just blurted out that we have a 20-pay policy. Well, there's a couple things about that. First of all, there's no guaranteed issue rider on the 20-pay policy. So you can't guarantee that they can buy more insurance in the future. And what would you want for your kids? You would want them to be able to buy more insurance. The life paid up at 65 and the life paid up at 90 both have the guaranteed insurability rider. But when you say paid up at 65 and paid up at 90, that's kind of a turnoff because they think they have to pay it that long. And, you know, they really don't, because there is a concept called reduced paid up insurance, where if they're paying, you know, if they start at age 5 and they pay a life paid up at 65 policy for, let's say, 40 years, and they're 45 years old, they can take that cash value in that policy and have a reduced paid up insurance policy. So there are some options that that they don't have to pay all the way out to 65 or all the way out to 90. And so it's important for us to know what they're looking for, what they want to accomplish. Do they want to ensure the future insurability of their child? And that's primarily what insurance is for kids, is ensuring the future insurability. Because boy, I tell you, I can't tell you how many times people have said, well, I don't want to benefit off my child's death. Well, that's not the point, really. It's having them guaranteed insurability when they start to need the product, which is age 25, 28, 31, 34, 37, and 40. We have 6 options on that guaranteed insurance rider, and they can buy an additional $25,000 on each of those 6 options. So it guarantees them another $150,000. But anyway, tell us your story. What works for her works for us. And it's all about, we are going to listen to what you want, and then we will design a program for you. And if you take a look down in the right-hand corner, it's kind of small, But what it shows is $300,000 of coverage on the young lady, and it's got all the ages. At age 35, a female 300,000 person in good health can buy insurance for 300,000 for $23.76 a month. Okay. To the right of that is the whole life premium for 300,000, and that I think is $196 or $199. I can't even see it. 199. I need new glasses. But what we can do in between there is a combination of both plans. We could have $50,000 of term or of whole life and $250,000 of term, and come in with a blended premium and a blended solution for their need. And that way they get some cash value life insurance, but they also cover the rest of the need with term insurance, which they won't need all the way, past maybe 20 years. So anyway, that's one of the things that we're working on right now is to tell us your story with a blended solution. The blended solution works for male or female. So really what we need to do is determine what the need is and then back into the premium with a combination of whole life and term. Okay. Well, we're into summer. We're well into summer. And man, it got hot around here. I don't know about where you live. But the contest is completed with, and we have some winners. Lori, Andy, Jolanta, Ivana, Kathy, and Jeff were all winners. And
Congratulations.
congratulations to you. Thank you for your participation and your production.
Yalu, congratulations. You are the only one in this meeting. Yolo, congratulations.
Yes, thank you so much. And to the right are people who came in with additional business for us, and we really do appreciate that. We appreciate the effort. And here, this was the total of all of the participants. So again, thank you so much. We appreciate your business. And I do believe all of those prizes have been sent out. So.
Yes.
Okay. I, at this point, am going to turn the presentation over to Yola, but I would like to make a comment about e-application. It seems complicated at first. It really isn't any worse than filling out a paper application, but it really helps. It helps you because you go through it, you get it done, you hit submit, and if something's wrong, it says you got to correct this. So you know that when you submit and the app goes through, that your application is complete, and that is a really good thing. And you can do it on the phone. You can do the signature. You can do a signature guarantee on the phone, and just have the whole thing done. So again, here's Yola, but boy, take advantage of this, especially with the pandemic that we had. And I don't know, there must have been, I don't know how many thousands of people in that stadium last night. Everybody was so happy. And it was, I think, you're happy to go to a ball game, but man, it's, you know that you couldn't go last year, and now you are not wearing a mask anymore, and everybody was really in good spirits. But because of the pandemic, the people are more conscious about doing things online, and the online application is just a great way for you to do business. I truly love the face-to-face, but I've done some online applications, and it takes some of the human error out of doing an application. But people also expect it nowadays. It's not like they're not used to doing stuff online. So by all means, learn how to do this and do it a couple times and it'll be easy for you.
All right.
Okay,
We
switch
will-
chairs.
We will switch chairs.
Now I'm gonna learn how to.
All right. Thank you, Tom. We're switching driver's seat. Here you go. Okay. Now I would like to show you because we have two options of completing online applications. Okay. And I had seen some of you had completed one and some of you completed another. Let me, what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually go back to our website. Okay, here you go. You have our website. Right on the website, you have a get a quote. Okay, this is one of the options. You could complete the online application. It will take you through the steps as you would complete. The only thing I would ask you, if you don't mind, ladies and gentlemen, this one is a little bit different than the one that is in our agent website. It has a very specific coverage. You cannot have $27,500 of coverage. You have fixed amount that they're showing right here. That's why what I would like to do, please do not use the one that is right on our front, on our main page. Just scroll down all the way down to our wonderful life base that you are used to using. Okay, when you go to the life base, this would be the best thing for you to use and actually complete, ladies and gentlemen, the application. And now let me just switch. Okay, okay, that's why I had showed you both. You could use it right away from our website, or I want you to use the life base because this is the best for you to get used to completed an online application. And it's here you go. You put the information in, who you making this application for, age female. Of course, I make myself much younger. Thank you.
I was wondering about that.
Okay, I'm not 35, okay? But, okay, the ladies don't reveal their age, right? Okay, that's why I made 35. And then let's go and start the illustration. Ladies and gentlemen, it is important that you put the name of the person. That means your proposed insured in the first and last name. If they have a middle initial, please go right ahead, use that information. The next screen, of course, if your client had decided on the amount, and you know that they're non-smokers, choose that information in just like you would do a regular quote. Okay, which what I had done, a female, 35, I'm not smoker, I want to pay monthly, and I'm interested in $250,000. Always remember to refresh. When you refresh, ladies and gentlemen, it will provide the proper quote, which is now down on the bottom. It's $24.30. If Jolanta would like to choose any writers, those are also available, and please pick them before completing the application, because the system right away gets the information in, which I had picked both disability and accidental writer for this policy. Very neat, and I think by using our life base, when you click on the plus signs, it's going to show you the premium if the person would like to pay annually, semi-annual, quarterly or monthly, and of course your tabular details will be displayed too. Now, this is really important, okay? Now you're ready to complete this application. That means client likes the premium. You are ready, ladies and gentlemen, to go and complete that application. As you see, that's why I made it really red. There is a yellow square with a pen that you do need to click on. Okay, this is your first option. Click on that, and this is when you will be continuing with this application. The system wants you to confirm the birthday. Are you sure this is the person's actual birthday? It's kind of making sure that we did not make any mistakes. Mistake in the birthday, of course, different premium. That means there's the double verification. When we click continue, ladies and gentlemen, the system says, okay, we got this illustration for you. We're ready. You have 2 writers. This is the product and the person. Do you want to save it? Yes, we do. Next page is the e-sign agreement notice, okay? Which means you have 3 options. You could complete the electronic application, that this is what we really want to do, or you could complete the paper application, or you decline, you don't want to go any forward with this client, with this quote. When you pick electronic application, here you go, boom, your application is in. As you see on the top, ladies and gentlemen, because I live in Illinois, here is your app for Illinois that it shows it's a long application. That's the indicator what the system picked, the proper application for your license area. Then just like on a regular long application, you have to put the lodge number. It's telling you to do so. And also the address, the phone number, place of birth. Anything that has a red red asterisk next to it, it has to be completed. We need to put something in that field. Otherwise, just as Tom said, if we make a mistake, if we omit one of the lines at the end, there will be a notification from the computer. By the way, we need to fix this before submitting this application. I mean, it follows just regular proposed insured information that we always ask on the application. Next one is, of course, our beneficiary. The system wants to know who the beneficiary is. Of course, you could have more than one beneficiary. You could have as many beneficiaries as you want to. That's why I had pointed out to you, there is a plus sign. If you want to have 2 primary beneficiaries, when you click on that little plus sign, then another primary beneficiary field will open up, and then you could put the other person information in.
Questions?
Yes, sir.
If you do not have the beneficiary's social security number, is there a workaround?
Okay, what you could do, you have to input something. That means 0000. It's fine. The system is going to take it. And then when Mr. Youssef, when I'm going to receive it, send me an email. Jolanta, I didn't have when I was submitting that application, I didn't have the primary beneficiary social, but I will call you in today, and then you can put that information on the application. As long you need to have something in the field. Okay, anybody else? Are we doing so far so good? All right, here's your primary and contingent, and like I said, as many as you would like, as the client will like. The beneficiaries were able to input the information. Yes, sir.
How do you, if you have more than one primary?
Yes.
And you have, I want 40% for this one, 60% for that one. How do you mean?
It's a special request. You actually, when the second one opens up, there is a special request information. That means in that field, you could indicate that Robert gets only 25%, but Luke gets, 75. You will have to input that, and it will go on the application. That information will go on the application as well. Good questions now.
I'm trying.
Okay, because you guys are so quiet, that's why Tom is asking questions. Wonderful, we love questions. All right, now we got the information in. I just input my husband in, and here you go. Now it's this is also from the long application. The system already know what kind of plan you had picked, which in my case, I picked the 20-year term plan. That it is asking you if you're interested in automatic premium loan. I said no. Also, it's asking you for effective date. If I had a birthday this month, okay, and I want to start this policy from June 1st to kind of save my birthday, the effective day would be the date that I would indicate to the underwriter. By the way, I don't want to start from the day that this application arrives. I want to start from June 1st to save my birthday that I'm going to be younger. My premium will be less. The send premium 2. This is if we are writing application for kids, and let's say grandma or grandpa or aunt is paying for this premium. We could also include that information on the application where that premium should be going to. As you see, there is no indication that this field needs to be completed. You could put the information, but you don't have to. Of course, we have the conditional receipts. Jolanta is providing $45.23, and it is paid by her. Now, this information is also included on the loan application. Any 1035 exchanges. If there's any 1035 exchanges, ladies and gentlemen, the information needs to be put in. We just had one of the agent closing one old policy with PNA and actually getting a larger one with PNA as well. And that's why they have to put that information here. We're not doing 1035 exchanges in our example, but if you do, you need to provide the company's name and also the policy number and the amount that we will be replacing. I had indicated that there is no replacement in our example. You could, if you have, let's say, Mass Mutual 1035 exchange, please include that information. There will be additional form that will actually populate with your application. Now, when we click continue, our wonderful medical questions. Our medical questions are showing on our screen. And ladies and gentlemen, if there is any yeses, an extra line is going to open up. Okay, extra line is going to open up that you could input that information. As you could see, number 8, I had indicated that Jolanta is taking Centroid and how many milligrams and how many times a day, and also that she's going for annual exam, and her doctor is listed as well. But you will see that information. That means if you click no, the line will not be showing. If you click yes, the system will provide you. You need to input that information to make sure that this this application is completed in the full detail. I would like to point it out something to you. On long application, Mr. Yusefiak, under our underwriter, is kind of looking at the least, I would indicate that the person is going for an annual exam if they're healthy and there's no problems. I would indicate that they're going for annual exam, which we all should, and seeing that doctor at least once a year. Right? Any questions, Tom? Any questions, ladies and gentlemen?
It does ask for the name and address
Yes.
of the physician, excuse me. And that's pretty important because frequently we need to order attending physician statement or a records from the hospital. And if we have the address already, it just helps us to be more efficient and get the application completed sooner.
Yes, very good point. Very good point, Tom. Very good. Thank you. Also, this is information that continuation of our medical questionnaire, which asks about family history, if the parents are still living, if we have any brothers or sisters, and also please remember about those pluses. That means I have two sisters, which means I had indicated for both of them the information provided on that application. When that is completed, we are continuing.
Family history is important.
Yes.
For the rating that you get. We do a preferred plus, and we are looking into preferred plus as a classification. It's family history gets real important
Yes.
with getting a better classification. So
Yes,
it's helpful.
Very, very good point. I see that Mr. Yusefiak does look at the, if the parents are still living, what about sisters or brothers? Yeah, very good point, Tom. Very good point. Okay, now this is continuation of the information if we're replacing any policies. That means if we're replacing any policies, we have to, ladies and gentlemen, provide the information how the name appears on that policy. If the insured, that means if we were doing a replacement for Mass Mutual and the husband was the insured, but the wife was the owner, and we have to indicate that information on a 1035 exchange and also the policy number as well too, which if you don't have anything, if this is not the 1035 exchange, please write something in that field. As something needs to go in that field because at the end you're going to receive the rejection.
So you can see there's a little red asterisk.
Yes.
So it needs something. Anytime you see a little red asterisk, it needs some kind of information in there. The other thing about this, I know it seems tedious, but it's not our requirement, it's a state requirement. So any state that you live in has requirements for replacement. And it's important that information be complete and accurate.
Yes. All right, now look at this. It's beautifully presented to us. That means we are in the screen that is telling you, okay, you had went through all the steps. You have the application completed, and also the application addendum, and we're ready to review. I am not able to click on the review document in the PowerPoint, but if you were in the original completion of that application, you will be able to actually click on this PDF file and the application is going to open up and it will be looking very nicely. All that information that you had completed will be filled in the proper boxes. It will not have a signature at this point if you click for the review document. It will have all the information. That means you could glance at it, you could look at and kind of check if there is no mistake with the social or anything like that. That's kind of your time that you have a review process for yourself and also for the client if everything is in correctly. Also, if there is any field that they're missing, you will have an indication down below this acknowledgement that, by the way, your line such and such is missing an entry. Please go back and review it. You could either go to review entry and go back. You have an option of going back to that field and completing it, or actually click on the notice and it will take you to the field that it was missed during the process. Now, when you had reviewed the document, you have to acknowledge.
Okay, you're answering my question.
Okay, you have to acknowledge that everything was reviewed and you're ready for that electronic signature.
And you have to go in to review document.
No, if there is no, sir, if there is no indication of errors or missing line, you do not have to. You do not have to. That means the computer has everything that it needs to submit this application. Okay. If you're confident that you have all the socials correctly, you could just acknowledge that you review each document. Oops, sorry. Okay, now very important. Of course, where this application was signed. The pre-filled is Illinois because it's really important for us to use the proper application. You have to enter the city that this application was signed. That means that information needs to be entered. Then you will see signature. You will see all the individuals that e-signature is going to appear. And as you can see, the proposed insured, which is me, what I will have to do, ladies and gentlemen, I will actually, in the full name, I will have to enter, and the field is empty, okay? That means full name, I have to enter the individual, the proposed insured, first and last name and their address. The verification code is quite important as well. Every time you submitting the application, the verification code is different. This is an important way of verifying that your client requested this application. Okay, and I will tell you how we verify that. But see the verification number? You have to enter that verification number down below. Okay, this is computer generated, but you have to enter the same numbers down below. Because I am the proposed insured and the owner, which means I'm going to check mark here, same as the proposed insured, and I don't need extra signature. The agent information, which is indicated as well. You have to enter the first and last name and the email address, my license number, and also the verification code is generated by the computer, and you have to enter that information as well. Okay, there is no co-signer. Oops, sorry, too fast. There's no co-signer. Signature of the spouse on secondary insured, no. Signature of the applicant is the same person as the proposed insured, and I'm making sure that That's as well too. Now, signature of individual whose information is being disclosed. This signature actually goes on our HIPAA form. The signature goes on a HIPAA form. That is why, again, I will put a full name and the address. Please put that information in, because this goes on the actual HIPAA form and the verification code. If that means we are right here. If you have, if this is application for a child, then you have to, if you're talking to a parent, you also have to enter that information of the parent or legal guardian of that child and their email address and the verification code that is indicated. Now, why do we need verification code? The verification code you should provide to your client. We in the main office, we want to verify that this Mr. Smith or whoever your client is, that they applied, they wanted this application completed, and this is kind of like our PIN number that this gentleman or this lady wanted to submit that application. That is why please provide that verification number to your client, because when we're going to receive this application, we are going to call them and verify that number. Okay, Tom, any questions? So far, so good? All right, now what I would like to do, I would like to show you how that looks. Just a minute to rearrange some things here. All right, here are, this is, okay, when you, that means you sign everything and you click submit, and this is where that application goes to. This is a separate secure server that 4 people at PNA has access to it, including our IT. It has very secure password, and it's HTTPS, and this is where that application goes to. This is where we retrieve that application that was sent by you on such and such day. As you can see, all the applications are coming in. That means the next day or even the same day, we will retrieve it, and then we were able to print and look at the application. And let's say if there's a social missing or anything, there's some questions, we will call you and we will ask you to please verify that information. That means, as you see, our agents are using this this online application, right? Also, you will receive this notification on your screen. It will tell you, thank you for submitting the application. And now you could actually see the sign completed application. That means when you click on this little button right there, a PDF is going to open up, and then you will be able to see a full application, which I'm showing you on the screen how it looks. And this is how I'm actually seeing when I'm retrieving the application from the website. And also, you were probably wondering, okay, Jolanta, but how the signature, how does it look like? As you see, it is a e-signature. It shows the PIN number. That means this is how I see it when I retrieve that application, that it is an e-signature, and it does have that special PIN number that you are entering in, because this is the same individual. That means the PIN number is the same. Also, any information that we had entered it in, that means medical question that you had answered yes. It's actually appearing in the addendum, and the information is provided for the underwriter for review. That information kind of want you to see how it's showing, how it's showing on our screen as well as yours. And this would complete the application. Now we step in the main office, we print that application, we look if there is medical required, if there is a medical required. You know, we will send you an email, by the way, I'm sorry, we received this application. Did you already order that medical, or would you like us to order? We kind of check in on that. And also we will call the client and verify the information that they actually submitted this application with you, and they're interested in life insurance. This is like an extra precaution to make sure that we have all the proper and correct information that was submitted with that application. Okay, and we will ask for that PIN number. We will ask for that PIN number. You will have that PIN number on the application if you print it off the system. One time I had a gentleman that forgot to provide that PIN number to the client, but they verify all the information, and I wrote a note that everything was verified. It's just the PIN number, he lost it, and it was okay. But this is how we go through the process of completing the online application. And that means the two very important keys to take over from this presentation. You have two options: either completing it to get a quote, but please, I do not encourage that. I actually will like you to complete the application, online application, through a life base, which I had showed you, but let's go one more time. That means right off, just a minute. Okay. Oops, sorry. We have to sign up. Okay, that means if you like to complete online application, go to the PNA website. I'll scroll down all the way to the bottom. Here is our sales representative. Click on the life base, and this is where you start. This is where you start, just like you would get a quote. And then you complete the information, and there is that yellow box with a pen that will give you the option of actually completing go step by steps through the application. We had also clients. We had clients completing the application online. Of course, they don't have access to the life base. That's why we were taking them and completing the online application through the main website and completing it through Get a Quote. Okay, and that means those clients actually went to get a quote, and this was the next screen that it's going to show for them, and they will have to enter that information, what kind of product they want, and it will take them through a regular application. If this is if there is no agent, the client will like to complete that information, and also they could do that as well too. All right, now of course we will take questions, anything that you would like to ask. It's very easy. As you had seen, we have agents that prefer to do that. We just have an application going for 400,000 from one of our agents that she just loves online, and that's what she does, just online. And we actually getting the medical for the gentleman, and this is absolutely easy and painless, and it just follows the steps of regular application, paper application. Right, let me stop. Just a minute. All right. Jolanta, absolutely, we will send the link. We will send the link. We will provide you the information. Now, the other thing that I would like to mention, ladies and gentlemen, if you are interested, Jolanta, let me try. Okay, let me try to, because I know how nervous we get when we are in front of the client. Okay, and if you would like to complete that application just like a test, okay, you just having fun and having some time on your hands, and you're like, okay, I want to do it. I'll see how comfortable I'm feeling completing it. Please let me know that this is a trial application. That means when we going to go into that special server, ladies and gentlemen, that we will just shred that application. We will not submit it to underwriting. Just you have to let me know to do that we will not submit it to underwriting. But absolutely, be my guest. And I think Tom, I agree. If you want to try it and feel comfortable with all the fields and all the pages that I had showed you, please do it. Have some fun with it. Put the information in, see what kind of error, if you get the error message or not, and complete it. Just let me know. Jolanta, application for Joe, it's actually a trial. It's just, me playing with online application, and definitely, ladies and gentlemen, I will then shred that.
Good morning.
Hi, Joe.
And two questions. This is a little off the subject that we just covered. That was a great presentation, by the way. How many applications or policies that we received from the spring promotion, and the total amount of insurance that was sold? Is that something available?
The application through the agents, because what we had showed you, a spring promotion, all the agents that participated in, and you have the information in that. Do we have a report?
I don't have it with me, but I can.
Well, just ballpark. I mean, what are we talking about?
Yeah, we could send it to you, no problem. But then, because we have the total, we have by the agent, and then we have some applications that they're not associated with the agent. But yeah, we could send that to you. Sure.
Okay.
We could send it to you.
Very good. I thank you. And like I said, it was a good presentation, and hopefully there'll be more and more people coming on board through these webinars, and we will be successful and grow.
Well,
So-
we are recording them also, so that if people couldn't be with us, and that they're either working in someplace else or doing, and they had plans for today, they can go in anytime and take a look at the presentation.
Very good.
And if you want to review it, you can do that. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
But I encourage everybody to do the trial test application. Have some fun with it, and then just let me know. Then I'm not submitting a Joe Doe application to Mr. Walaszek, and Mr. Walaszek like, what? 000 for the social? Jolanta, are you okay? All right. Otherwise, 10:59, 1 minute. How about that?
Okay, I just want to say, if you have anything that you would like us to cover at some point in time, please let us know. Because if you have a question about something, I'm sure there's other people that do also. So feel free to contact us and let us know.
Yes, yes, definitely. Definitely. That's a great idea. Otherwise, if there is no questions, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being with us. And I hope you will try that test application and have some fun with it.
Okay, have a good rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Have an amazing day. Thank you.